It's the Friday Wrap with Peet and Reet. It is November the 17th as we're just moving on closer to Christmas as we can get, right?
It's flying.
Yeah, so as you notice, I've got the staff that I created just yesterday.
You created this?
Yeah, and I brought Dave Bennison in, who's a staff expert. Dave, what do you think?
I think that's a pretty awesome staff. So,
Yeah.
But do you know who the face is on there?
No, I just created it, actually.
It's out of his imagination.
I'm lying.
That's right.
This is the cane man, right here. This is the guy that
Thank you.
makes the staffs. And
Beautiful canes,
Yeah.
by the way.
Thank you.
yeah, so
Just
I'm going to
amazing.
pass this over to you, and you
Sure.
can explain. This is it a health or medicine stick or staff?
It could be like a traditional style, but I call this my staff of Odin. So, and this is my staff that I use at all the festivals and stuff that I walk around. But I have lots that are similar. So
Very cool.
So yeah, if you have any questions about
You
it,
get to joust with anybody with it?
no.
Oh.
I'd probably get kicked out of a con for doing that. So.
He's talking about Comic-Con.
That's right, Comic-Con. So.
All right, so Dave is a very skilled truck driver, but then he got into making staffs, and then he becomes famous, and like famous people want his staffs. His staffs are on TV shows
Yeah.
on the other side of the world. Really cool story. And then your wife says, I'm going to write a book because every staff that you sell or
Yep.
give to somebody has a story. So she
Exactly,
writes
yeah.
a book.
Yeah, and that's the book there. Yeah, stick to the story. That's how we came up with the name. It's a stick.
Of course,
And
to
a
the story.
And yeah, that was part of the thing is she started writing all the stories, and each story was an individual, personalized story, but then it became like sort of like a mythological woven in, and all the stories tie together, but they don't. And we started getting people in the last couple of years asking, can we make this into a book? And that's how it became Stick to the Story, the
Very
book.
cool.
Now, the greatest story
Yeah.
in the book. Did you have a question you want to ask first?
No, that's okay. Go.
Go ahead.
Because Santa, and it's coming
That's
up on
right.
Christmas, is involved.
I saw that
Yeah.
in here.
Yeah, Santa's involved.
You made him a staff.
That's right. And that's actually how the beginning of Stick to the Story sort of came to fruition is back in 2009, we met this professional Santa, and he was,
Which I believe to be the real Santa.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's why we call him professional.
Yeah.
And and he had a staff, but it was a piece of wood, and I said, hey, I can probably do something with that. So I wound up crafting this staff, and he would take it to his events and show it to his elves, and people started asking, hey, where can you get those? And pretty soon we started getting phone calls, and that's how it started, and it just took off from there.
Do you
So-
find you get a lot of people that want like walking sticks, that kind of thing? Because I know
Yeah.
if you live in the country, everybody that goes out to walk their dog
Yeah.
or whatever is walking
picks up
with,
a piece of wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's when we started making them. I wanted to make them not only decorative, but also functional. So almost all the staffs I make, unless somebody specifies they want it for like a traditional thing where they're not going to really use it, or for like mount on the wall, then I'll do something about it. Most of my staffs are all functional, so you can go out, and we actually have some canes too that I started doing in the last couple of years. I don't know if you want me to show you
pass
one.
it over. Yeah, we'll pass that over to your wife,
this
Victoria.
this is one of the canes, and as you
Beautiful.
can see, it's a functional thing to take out, and it's become more popular. And we did a trip to Nova Scotia this year, and part of the thing that we do is as we go around, we collect objects from beaches, and so these are some of the trinkets that we found. So beach glass, some whole stones.
Very cool.
And stuff, and it's part of the story that goes with it. So this is my wife's cane, and then I wound up carving where we got the stuff from Tancook Island, which is an island off of Nova Scotia, which we love going there, and all this stuff came from there.
Now these are really intricate and really
Right.
cool. Now, did you carve things when you were younger? I mean, or did this all...
I did off and on.
Yeah.
I painted a lot when I was younger, and then this was just something that sort of grew. And then as I started doing it, like most of my first stuff was pretty rudimentary, but it's like anything. As you do it, you get better and better. It's like driving truck, right?
Yeah.
This is a little different
Yeah,
than driving
yeah.
a truck.
That's right.
We were driving trucks truck, and we didn't
That's
do
right.
so well.
This is probably your outlet to driving a truck.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, that's right.
All those people that are cutting you off
But
on the
I do
highway.
have to say, I do love working for my company, and you know the company I work for.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can say
Yeah,
it or not.
you say
Challenger.
Challenger.
Motor Freight. I've actually been there for 23 years.
Oh, good for
They're
you.
a great company, and
They're always ahead of everybody else
Yeah.
when it came to trucking. First guys with Satellite, best
Yeah.
trucks, big washing. They're amazing.
yeah, we're
Class.
like one of the largest privately owned companies in Canada, but they're a great
And
company.
your son drives for
Yeah,
them
my
as well?
son. Yeah, my son drives there, and you know it's great, and they've been really the one thing I want to say is they've been really supportive of the work that I do. They're actually our book. I just talked to our manager today. They're going to put the book. We have a store at our thing, and we have like over 1,200 drivers, and they said we can put this book in the store
nice.
and get it out to the people that we work. So it's pretty awesome.
Now, you know how I know he's really good at what he does? Or when I'll know?
Why?
When he creates the Peet and Reet staff.
Ah,
Well,
there
I,
you go.
that I
That's
can
when-
do, yeah.
yeah.
There you
But
go.
that'll be with a pretty big group of celebrities too.
Yeah,
Some of the
that's true.
yeah.
No,
That's true.
You,
Yep.
I mean, Uhura.
Yep.
You know her from Star Trek,
Yep,
right?
from Star Trek. So Nichelle Nichols.
Yes.
Yeah.
She has.
Yep, she has two actually. She
two.
has a cane and she has a staff, and we kept in contact. This was a couple of years ago, and she got two of them, and she actually has one over top of her fireplace or beside her fireplace.
And she sent you a picture of
Sent
that.
pictures, yeah, which I did not send. She said please don't because it was in her house, so
Yeah,
I
right.
respected that. But it was so neat to make contact with her and find out that she uses my stuff every once in a while. And Billy D. Williams, I'm a big Star Wars fan, and the moment that Billy D. Williams,
You'd have to be if you watch it at the movies.
That's right,
10
yes.
times. No, for real, 10 times.
yeah, and seeing Billy D come into our booth and then buy one of my things and walk away with it was it was
Surreal.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
surreal, and it we started off like and Nichelle started off like with the Twitter, so. I didn't have a phone 2 years ago, and now it's like you know what it's
Now
like.
he's Mr. Social Media.
Now it's like I'm on the bloody thing all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, never
But
put
you
it
know,
down.
we went from 2 years ago with a Twitter page with no followers, and Nichelle did a whole thing for me. And we woke up the next morning, we had 3,000 people, and now we're up to like 46,000 plus people gaining every day. And it's crazy. I think we're like one of the most followed people in Niagara on Twitter.
Now,
so,
Victoria,
yeah.
who's standing off camera here, he's
Yep.
behind in his staff making, isn't
That's
he?
right.
He's got so many orders.
He is.
Yeah.
He's taken a lot of projects on,
Yeah.
doing live videos, offenders and things at events. And
Yeah.
helping out that way. So he needs to get on his Santa.
I'm
Hunker
starting-
down and get
starting to
her
get
done.
more orders.
All right,
so,
December 9th,
yeah.
book launch. Where's
Yep.
it taking place?
Yep, Fey Nature. So it's here in Niagara Falls on Queen Street, and we're having a book launch there. And we're also having one up in Cambridge or at Kitchener at Studio Comics Express, and that's where we're getting the books from on December 2nd. And then we're also going to be. We just found out we're going to be in Coles, so it's going to start off in
Very
Welland.
nice.
And we did find out about chapters, but that won't be till later on. So into January or February. But yeah, it's big, and we got several stores. Another one in Hamilton, Vagabond Saints. Yeah.
Let's look at yes.
What? Oh, and another big one. Of course, you guys were there. Oh yeah, one of my wands here.
Yes.
So
Your
that's
wand.
Magic wands.
This is a Bellatrix from Harry Potter style wand. So I
And
don't-
not plastic like it is
no,
on the
no,
movie
they're
set.
all
This is
hand carved. Now they're not the same, but they're pretty close.
Yeah.
So, but it's nice to have the wood one. But yeah, and I have to mention Mostly Comics, which you were at. We
Yes.
had the
Yeah.
grand opening, and they're going to be carrying our books too, starting in December. So,
Oh, that's
Very
great.
cool.
So it's-
Now,
it's gonna
website?
yeah, our website is just Stick to the Story on Facebook and Stick #2 the Story on Twitter. So, and you can follow us there. And if people want to get a custom order, they can just go on and I'll custom order. And everything I sell is under $100. Like a staff like that, it's $100 to get
Wow.
one made.
That is a
Canes
heck
are
of a deal.
$60. Like we tried to keep it into price range.
Realistic.
He's
Yeah.
far behind.
Yeah.
That's right.
It
So-
may be a delay in
That's
The
delivery.
price might have
Yeah.
to go
It
up. So
might
get yours while you
be
can.
That's
next
right.
year.
So- But
Dave?
I do have to mention one thing
All right,
is that we talked about real quick
Yeah.
is the first celebrity though that ever bought one of my canes was Mitch Markowitz from A Hilarious House of Fright and
Oh,
Stuff.
yes.
Love Mitch and
yeah.
love the Hilarious House of
Yeah,
Fright.
and,
yeah,
and
hilarious.
I have to mention that he was my first celebrity, and we've become good friends after
Yeah.
after the, as you know, and
Yeah.
and Mitch is a great guy, and you know, it's hopefully you guys will get to interview him sometime
Yeah.
in the
Well,
near
he's
future. So
invited us to his house, and
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
sure
sure
he
that's
will.
going to happen.
And he's got
Anyway.
some things coming up with the Hilarious House of Fright. and
Yeah,
Stuff that
yeah,
we're talking
some
about, so.
really interesting stuff that's.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Victoria. Come over here quick so everybody can see
Come
you.
on.
Come over here quick.
This
There
is
she
my
is.
wife.
Victoria.
That's the
Is she in,
author.
or she got to get a
Kinda right in
pose,
there.
so she's the author. Stick to the story, and yeah, we'll be available December 2nd.
All right,
Not-
thanks for stopping by, and
All
we'll
the best.
Yeah.
Good
Thank
luck.
you very much.
Good luck.
So thank
Yeah.
you, and it was nice meeting you.
All right, we'll have you back on because we got to keep following what you're doing here.
We got to get you to come to Fey Nature. So
Yeah, well, you know what? We got a really heavy
yeah,
schedule to
yeah.
the end of the
Oh,
year.
it's
this year,
craziness.
so.
I hear you.
Time for us to take a little
Excellent.
break, right?
Yes, we're going to come back though with Cameron Brown. He's an Aussie in the Outback traveling around.
Now, we talked to him back in February.
Yeah.
He just left. He was in Costa Rica. He's been out in the world on a mission to get rid of cyberbullying and teach people how to
Which is
treat
so
people right.
amazing.
Yeah. So that coming up next on the Friday Wrap with Peet and Reet. Hey, thanks for hanging in there on the Friday Wrap with Peet and Reet. And we are, Dave Bennison is just like a really cool, different guy.
He
right?
is. He's like somebody that should have been born in the 60s or his age now in the 60s. He just has that aura about him of,
I think he's a natural hobbit.
He is so interesting though. I mean, the stuff he made us these. This is a 400-year-old oak from a 400-year-old oak tree.
This is 500 years old from a house. Okay, and it's an arrowhead. It's supposed to bring luck.
Yeah.
So here's some luck for you.
Yes.
Some luck for us, for John, for the show.
Everybody.
There we go. So put luck all around the place. So.
But he makes amazing staffs and canes. If you're looking for a cane, he's on Twitter.
And the prices are crazy, right?
Cheap.
Really cheap, and he's backlogged, and he's got actors and celebrities who want it. William Shatner, Captain Kirk. Actually, he was at a Comic-Con, and he wanted to give a special pendant that he was given to by the natives in Nova Scotia, and he was
given the rock, and then
Yeah.
he created a pendant
Yeah.
out of it.
and they said he could give it
Yeah.
to William Shatner, right? So he went over there, and he didn't figure it was going to happen, and they make you stand in line and off, and of course William's just sitting there like this and not really paying attention to anybody, and then he went,
Pretty cool.
yeah, come on over, and he recognized him as the Cane Man. Like,
Yeah,
he saw
from
him
Twitter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from Twitter. So he already knew who he was
That's
even
how
before he walked
popular
in.
he is. And you know what? If you do need a cane, if you're, have a leg that's, a little not,
Little bum,
little wonky.
a bum leg.
Yeah, a bum leg. They're beautiful. I mean, hey, why not have one of those instead of the steel canes you can buy at?
Yeah, and I do a lot of walking in the woods, and I always look for
that's a
something to
great
grab,
one.
and
Yeah.
and I was always a guy that when I'm up north and was camping, I always grab sticks. I always
Oh
had a stick
yeah.
with me,
Well,
so.
you never know when a bear's going to come out of that. Yeah.
Let me beat you with my stick.
Always as I'm running.
So last Saturday was Remembrance Day and Veterans Day in the States, and I went to Niagara Lake for the service
Right.
in the morning. And they closed off the entire street. It was full of people.
Of course, it's beautiful down there.
And, it was really cold. And these vets and people from the Legion and the police officers and the firemen, the people that serve us, went out there in the cold, the young cadets and stuff, and I felt for them. But let me tell you something. When you have that moment of silence, and folks, listen to this, because there were some people out there who were talking during that. And I wanted to say something to them, but I was trying to
But
keep
then
my
you're
mind.
talking.
Yeah, I wanted to keep my mind and where I was at. But when that flag comes down and the bugle is played, it rips me. Like,
Oh,
it really
yeah.
does. And you could just see on people's faces. And you watch the vets Okay, you watch their faces, and they're seeing. You have to understand what they saw. And there was no ambulances, so when you got your legs ripped off and blown up and still
It
alive.
was like medic, and
yeah,
hopefully there was one close by.
And you were carried off in the mud and the blood, and it was just horrible. And I see that, and I felt horrible. And then when they raise it again, it gives you a little bit of light knowing that their lives weren't taken for nothing, but it still gets you. And then I went to Queenston, and they did the same one in the afternoon. It was just beautiful. I was so proud and happy to be there. And
Absolutely, and they deserve all our respect.
yeah, absolutely. So what else have we got going on in the wrap?
Oh my gosh. Well, you've got worse characters down there. I don't even know what that means.
Well, we should,
characteristics.
Yeah, we should probably tell people that Cameron Brown, we were supposed to be talking to Cameron Brown.
Yeah,
we totally
Cameron.
forgot. Cameron Brown is the
See,
young
I forgot.
lad.
Yeah, we forgot.
He's the young lad. He was supposed to be. We had technical difficulties, and we couldn't get him on so that you would be able to understand what he was saying and see him at the same time.
Right.
So he is actually coming to our studio because he's in Canada.
Well, we hope. He's
Yeah.
going to try.
Yeah, he's going to try his best. But this is the young lad who was in the Outback in Australia, and he was in his house, and he heard screaming across the street. It's a terrible story, and his neighbors was going nuts. Her son had just committed suicide. He was cyberbullied. And just to tell you the kind of guy Cameron is, he said, you know what, I've got a great life. Things are good for me. I need to get out in the world, and people need my help.
Make awareness.
And he did it. And he sold 99% of what he had to tour around the world. And the last time we talked to him, he was in Costa Rica,
Right.
remember? And he was doing a presentation. He talks about bullying. He talks about the environment, how we should be taking care of things. And he was going up to play a piano for somebody in a castle in
Right.
Costa Rica. Well,
Can
since
you
then,
imagine? Like, what a whirlwind.
it is listen, you won't know the name, but you will truly enjoy that interview if we can get him here next week.
Yeah.
And we'll put that up right away.
Very,
so you can
very
see it.
interesting young
So
guy.
he's in Toronto right now.
Yeah,
And
doing
two
a couple
sold
of...
out shows and talking about the environment and inspiring people. So
Exactly.
we'll keep
Gotta
you up,
love that.
We'll keep you updated on that. The thing I had written down here was,
Yeah.
what's the worst characteristic a person could have? What do you think that is? And you know what, for you out there, write it down.
I can't say it. I don't know. That there's a few I could think of. Well, being a bully is not a good one.
Go ahead.
Being a jackass.
See, for me, narcissism.
Oh yes.
I think that's the ultimate worst characteristic.
So
anybody-
full of yourself.
Yeah, so selfish, and you don't see past your own nose.
No, and look at all the actors and actresses in Hollywood, and that's all they see.
Sports players, football players.
And you know what? You know why I think a lot of that happens too is because actors and actresses and singers too, and that right, they all get spoiled by the companies that the management company,
That own
everybody, when they come off stage or they're acting or whatever, and they come off from doing that, the management, they'll say to the management, so how did I do? And they'll be like, oh, you were fantastic. Bravo.
Yeah, everything you
they
do,
don't
every
tell them
movement.
the truth.
Yeah.
If they suck, they won't tell them. Right? So everything they do is perfect.
And wonderful, and keep
Yeah.
do whatever they need to keep
Yeah.
them happy.
So
keep
then
them
they
going,
be-
so I keep getting paid. right?
So then they become full of themselves. Just be real.
Yeah, you can't even comb your own hair, brush your own teeth. You
No,
can't do
you don't even buy
anything.
your own underwear. I'm telling you.
That's why we're on the Peet and Reet show. We do it all ourselves, and you can tell.
I certainly don't buy your underwear.
No, absolutely not. I wear one pair every 6 months and go buy.
Oh,
just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's
wait
just
a
a
minute,
joke.
I'm out of here.
I'm just joking. We have a parade coming up tomorrow.
We do.
And we are looking so forward to this. It's going to be live streamed.
Yes.
The best and easiest place to get it, we're going to put it right here, peetandreet.com.
Exactly.
Peetandreet.com. And we always say it's easy, but the problem is it's P-double-E-T.
Yeah.
R-double-E-T. And people forget.
Don't
They go,
forget that.
I couldn't
It's
get on your
not
site.
Peter and Rita.
Yeah.
It's Pete and Reet.
Yes. So get on there. It'll be on the YouTube channel. It's actually going to be on all kinds of things, streamed live.
Yeah.
And 107 floats and parade or
Bands.
and
Marching
clowns
bands.
and jolly old
Jugglers.
Santa, the real
That's
Santa.
the best. Mrs. Santa
Mrs.
before
Claus.
him.
So it's gonna be a lot of fun. There's
Free hot chocolate.
Yeah, you can come down and be on our show.
Yeah.
We don't mind.
Come,
okay?
we'll have a stage set up down by City Hall there,
Yeah.
right by the street, so Santa will go right by. Come down, say hi to us, and be part of the show. If we're going to have some fun, have some hot chocolate.
We're gonna do a little warm-up.
John's, I think it's St. John's Ambulance.
Salvation.
Salvation?
Salvation Army
is supplying hot chocolate. So St. John's Ambulance will be there, though,
Yes, they
because,
will.
you know, they are always looking after us.
Yeah.
So.
And the rescue and recovery people will be there.
Yep.
It's going to be a blast. It's going to be fun, and we are going to have a lot of fun. We're going to do the warm-up half hour before the parade gets to us. So we got some giveaways, too.
Yes,
we
we
got
do.
some giveaways out there. So get down if you can. Get down to City Hall, but you know what? Get there early so you can find parking, because if you get there close to 11 o'clock, it's not going to happen
Yeah.
for you. And then you're going to be
Yeah.
all stressed out and try and run, and don't do that. So get down
Yeah.
early.
Maybe we should do some trivia beforehand, like, you know, maybe a couple questions, Christmas questions for the kids or something, and then they
Some
get
Santa
something.
question. Yeah, we're going to do that because we got the prizes.
All right.
And we'll be doing that. So we'll see you tomorrow morning. And if you're watching this on Sunday, well, we're not
You're
there
too late.
We're not there anymore. And the weather.
Hot chocolate's all gone.
yeah. The weather tomorrow is supposed to be fairly warm, like around
hope so.
13 to 15 Celsius, which is around 60 Fahrenheit. There's some rain, sun. So let's hope the rain pushes off and we get that parade.
Well, I
through.
plan on wearing my long johns underneath some clothing, underneath some a
waterproof
coat and
ones.
stuff.
Yeah.
So if it is warm and I start stripping, I do have layers.
Yeah, get the layers on. It's a smart thing to do. So it's a big production. Our company, which is TriStream Entertainment Corporation, is putting it together
Yeah.
along with WeStream, who's going to be streaming it live out to everybody. So it's going to be John. Director John is definitely going to have to show how good he is.
He'll be
tomorrow.
busy.
He'll be very busy. We just have to sit there and look at the parade.
Look good.
Yeah. It'll be tough for me, but I'm going to try my best. Now, you were supposed to get a makeover today.
I was.
Speaking of
yes.
looking good, we're looking better. Already
Thank
looks
you.
good, looking better, right? And your makeup artist
Got sick.
got sick, really sick, not
Aw.
just sick.
So we
really
wish her
sick.
the best. I know what that's like when you just can't move. You know, it's
Yeah.
horrible.
Well, she
so.
went and ate something, and then she didn't feel so well after, and then thought she was going to be okay. Took
No,
some
not.
Gravol. It's not.
No.
Didn't work out for her. So
Oh.
that'll be coming.
Yeah, I don't want anybody leaning over me that's sick.
And she was still going to try and come down here. or
Oh,
anything.
no, thanks. That's okay. We can wait.
Yeah, we
You
sure
can make me over for, Christmas.
We've got a gala, which we've talked about, coming up January 12th. And we're
Yes.
talking about it now because
It's important.
as of today, 16 tables have been
Wow.
sold.
How many
in a week and a
is
half.
there?
It's a total of 300 people, so that would be, 30 tables.
Okay.
So we're more than halfway
Halfway
there.
there.
Plus we have singles, too.
Awesome.
So if you want to be a part of this, and Peet and Reet will be hosting it.
Yes.
And
It's the Winter Wonderland Ice Wine Gala.
For Dreams Take Flight.
Right.
All proceeds going to Dreams Take Flight. Walter Gretzky will be there.
Right.
He's been a big part of Dreams Take Flight. It has to be 16 years this year.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe 17.
He's
Walter,
amazing.
yeah.
The kids, every year he goes, the kids just light up and they line up to, just get an autograph from him. And he spends time with each of them talking, and he's just wonderful
Yeah,
with them.
He loves the kids. He loves everybody. And then you'll see him like this. What? There's nobody else. Nobody else wants an autograph. He stays
He's
there
a
till the end.
wonderful
He
man.
outlasts all of us. Mike Robitaille is going to be there. Mike played for the Sabres, played
Yep.
for Vancouver. He also was the broadcaster for the Sabres for many, many years. Just retired a couple of years ago after we roasted him, right?
Right?
Still does-
Was it our fault?
He'll be there, and there's some more people on the list, just waiting for them to okay it. But I think the big star of the evening, and again, my daughter Stephanie is putting this together.
This whole gala together.
She came up with the idea, talked to the powers that be
Management,
at Dreams Take Flight, and then her management, and man, are they going all out. Ruth Chris.
Oh, the menu is spectacular. Seafood duo appetizer, shrimp crab cakes, harvest salad with ice wine drizzle, 3 lemon ice sorbet with a splash of champagne.
How
For
nice
you
is it?
cleanse your palate. Steak, mashed potatoes, and Brussels sprouts with the ice wine reduction.
If you have the reduction, ice wine reduction, can you imagine? That's when you boil off, right?
Yes.
And make it
and
thicker?
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Boil it down. A duo chocolate dessert and a sweet treat table. So
And you also get, I understand, an ice wine martini when you walk in the door.
Yeah, with all this stuff you get sparkling wine.
Pairing. These are pairings, right?
Yes, pairings. Riesling, Cap Franc or Cabernet Sauvignon.
Cab Sauv?
Yeah, and ice wine.
Wow. And do you now also get like 5 drinks besides
5
that?
drinks included.
And
I think me needs a room.
definitely rooms in order. And by the way, they have specials on rooms that night. They have really good
that's
deals
awesome.
on rooms at night. And you can call for that and same with the Gala, and they have a great rates.
And it's January 12th, so don't forget the date.
Now they're, to continue on, they have snow cones with
They
ice
do.
wine,
I know. They have a photo booth so you can be silly and just
Yeah.
have some fun.
popcorn.
They have a DJ, Spirit of Sound,
They're excellent. Spirit
Yes.
Sound is excellent.
and popcorn as well. Well, you know I love popcorn.
Yeah, when you sleep with a popcorn machine in your bedroom, you like popcorn.
I know that's rather decadent, but
Yeah, so that takes place on January 12th, and if you call the 4 Points Sheraton across from the casino, ask for Stephanie in events, she'll hook you up.
yeah, it's a great thing, and you'll be helping kids go to Disney World.
Disney World, yeah. Now,
I always get those two.
we do the
mixed.
Toronto one. Now, the ones out west, they go to Disneyland, right?
Yes.
And there's 8 centers for Dreams Take Flight
Yeah.
across Canada, but here we work with Toronto, which is 29 years this year.
Yeah.
Everything goes to those kids. The only
Everything.
Thing, the only thing we pay for at Dreams Take Flight is if you have to buy paper or certain things that you have to do administration, but nobody gets paid. Every single person is
Volunteer.
a volunteer.
And to see those kids' faces light up is a dream for me.
Yeah,
That's my dream when I go to do that. It's incredible.
yeah. We don't go on the rides. I mean, no, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that because we don't go on the rides. We watch the kids all day, and it's blessed to watch them come
Oh,
off
yeah.
those peaks. But there is one ride at the end of the day because we're tired. Okay,
Oh,
we've been up
exhausted.
and we're also shooting the show when we're down there. Which,
Yeah.
by the way, we're gonna have clips of to show you on the next show. We go on. What is that? The Tomorrowland Express?
Yeah, I think
It's,
so.
it's just a
Tomorrowland.
little.
Yeah, it's a little train.
You sit on this
thing.
little train. It runs on magnets, right? And
Yeah.
we just sit there and go. And it takes you all around. It takes about 20 minutes, right?
Put our feet up and go, oh my gosh.
Best ride ever.
But the kids' faces are awesome.
So some great things coming up in the next few weeks on top of Christmas, because Christmas is just
So
the best.
if you're looking for a way to spend money, a charity to put money into for Christmas time, a lot of people do that. I know I do.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great event to do it for.
All right, and you're speaking of Christmas.
Uh-oh. Another cup?
Yes.
Can we see that cup?
Yes. I mean, here it is, okay? I thought Tim Hortons was going to be better. We had McDonald's last week, right?
Yep.
Somehow, political correction has got into the seasonal cup,
Yeah.
okay, which
Yeah.
is Christmas time. I've heard of the Blue Christmas song, right?
Yeah.
This is Black Christmas.
Yeah, why is it black? Why is it not green, for one thing? And where are the little hockey players and different things like that? The Christmas tree on there that
Yeah.
used to be in the past? This is just corporate crap.
Yeah, playing the game. Playing the game, and then, of course, if you want, you can, right, it says to and from. You can
Oh,
send somebody
whoopee-doo.
a coffee, but why would you do that if it's not Christmas, right? So, I know, I'm just a little upset. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the States, and I'm going to get a cup from Hortons over there.
Yeah.
And see
You
if
see
they
the
have
difference?
this. Yeah.
This just shows me that our culture is already dead. Mm-hmm. That's what it shows, because corporate, these guys have a lot of money. They have a lot of say in what goes on in the world, and all the corporations do. And if they're bowing down to this, then where are we?
We got a problem. So, for Hortons,
Yeah.
that cup's gone. So, here's what. If you can find a coffee shop
Yeah.
that has a really nice Christmas cup,
Yeah.
and that has
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. We're going to promote the crap out of it. We're even going to go there.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll have the
We'll
cup
shoot
sitting
from
right
there.
over here.
Yeah.
So listen, it's Merry Christmas, right?
Yes.
Let's leave it that way. Be proud of what you are. For all of you that celebrate anything else, be proud of what you do as well. But I mean, I'm not crawling under a cup to hide.
Do you know that a lot of Christmas songs were written by a Jewish man?
Yes. Yeah.
So we can all cohabitate and have Christmas in our own ways without getting rid of what we already had here.
Yeah. Christmas is a great message. It's a happy message. It's not something that's nasty.
hurt
and
anybody.
it won't hurt anybody. So, anyways, let us know, please, if you find somebody who is actually putting out some really nice Christmas cups. So
Christmas
we can-
cookies
yes,
too would
we
be
can-
good.
Now, I think next week possibly we might have the decorations up on the set here too,
We
right?
might, if somebody gets their act in gear.
Head decorator, right there. And then we're going to a radio station. Is it the week after? Where, because you have
Yes.
to admit, I'm a good lighting expert. I'm
Yes.
good at lighting the
Yes.
trees. My wife will tell you that, right?
Yes, you
I
are.
lit our tree last.
Yep.
So we're being put into a challenge. We're going to give you more details where we've got 5 minutes.
To decorate a tree,
And
top
we-
to bottom.
Yeah, and we have I'm going to do the lights, she's going to do the ornaments, but we're trying to teach a young guy who doesn't know how to do anything by himself. I guess he's one of the producers.
He's our competition.
Yeah. So we're going to see how that works out. How that plays out. We're going to let you know exactly when that's coming up. I
He
believe it's the
doesn't know
weekend.
what's going to hit him.
I think it's going to be a battle. We're trying to teach him, and only 5 minutes to go. And you know how I like to light, and I know how you like to decorate. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. Anyways, please come out tomorrow in Niagara Falls, the Santa Claus Parade. Love to see you down there. And until next week, from Peet and Reet, have a great weekend, a super week, and God bless you all.
Wait to see Santa.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about it is that's the real Santa. That's so lovely. Got a chance to talk to him. Mrs. Claus actually wears the pants. No idea, because he's always
Every Mrs. Claus wears the pants.
He's always out there. Did you know that, Director John?